Have you ever lived in a house where your name sounded like disappointment? Not shouted, not insulted, just slightly lowered, like something fragile, like something unfinished. In my home, I wasn't the problem. I just wasn't impressive enough. My sister was the pride of the house. Confident, focused, successful. Relatives mentioned her with admiration. They mentioned me with reassurance. She'll get there. As if I was permanently on the way to somewhere, never arriving. I wasn't failing. I just wasn't extraordinary. And in our house, ordinary felt like shame. Nobody yelled at me. That would have been easier. Instead, it was quiet pressure. At dinner, your sister already achieved this at your age. At gatherings. So, what are you planning next? In private conversations, you have potential, but you lack urgency. Potential. That word followed me like a warning label. It meant, you should be better by now. I started overthinking everything. The way I spoke, the way I sat, the way I explained my plans. Every choice felt like it was being evaluated. I tried harder, woke up earlier, worked longer, smiled more. But effort without recognition turns into exhaustion. And slowly, I stopped defending myself. One evening, I overheard my mother on the phone. She's not bad. She's just not like her sister. There was no anger in her voice, just acceptance. And that hurt more. Not bad, just not enough. That night, I sat in my room and realized something. I wasn't building a future. I was chasing approval. And approval has no finish line. After that, I became quieter. Not weak, just observant. When they compared me, I didn't react. When they advised me, I nodded. When they predicted my struggle, I stayed calm. Inside, I was detaching. And once detachment begins, distance follows. Leaving wasn't dramatic. No shouting. No slammed doors. Just slow packing. A small apartment. Minimal furniture. Thin walls. When I told them, my father said, "Let's see how long this lasts." My mother said, "If you think this will fix you." Fix me. That word stayed with me. But I didn't argue. I just left. The first night was quiet. Not heavy. Not tense. Just quiet. No one asked what I accomplished. No one compared me. No one measured my progress. For the first time, I wasn't under review. And I slept peacefully. Living alone wasn't glamorous. I struggled. Made mistakes. Felt lonely. But every mistake was mine. And that made me stronger. Without constant judgment, your mind becomes clearer. Without comparison, your confidence stabilizes. I didn't transform overnight. I simply stopped shrinking. Months later, I achieved something solid. Not huge, but real. When my family heard, they were surprised. How did you manage that? Not pride. Curiosity. As if growth wasn't part of my identity. And that's when I understood something powerful. Sometimes families don't see who you are. They see who you used to be. And unless you leave, they never update that image. They used to call me a failure. But I wasn't failing. I was suffocating. Sometimes you don't need to change yourself. You need to change your environment. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk out quietly.